do this clean sweep, if you will, make it pretty, and then the rent is too high and nobody can stay there.
And then in California, our politicians that we elect at a local level, because they're getting money from developers and stuff like that, they enact laws that there's no rent control. So once you get that person out, you can charge as much rent as you want.
California has very little rent control. Very, very little. There's some laws here and there, but nothing to say you can't, raise the rent when you want, And Dwight says, how much are the taxes on $1,000 house? Property taxes are $1,000 to $1,000 for $1,000 square foot, depending on the area and demand. Yeah, it's about like that out here.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Let's see. I'm paying about $2,000 a month, or not a month. I'm sorry, every year in taxes. So if you have a nice mansion, you're going to probably pay about $40,000.
Oh, but that's a drop in the bucket. Yeah. And Charles says, bad homelessness issues in Baltimore and all over America. Every intersection is a panhandler. People treat dogs better than humans. Dr. King was on point when he talked about never being maladjusted to human suffering. It is completely heartbreaking to see people on the streets of Baltimore. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I have, if I don't carry a lot of money.
I've been to Baltimore.
But when I do, and I see somebody in need, I just give it to them.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore a few weeks ago, and I'm telling me and my mom are in our car. I've never seen so many young men with squeegees. They're literally in the streets.
Back to the days of the 80s.
Yeah. Trying to, generate money. And I'm glad they're doing something rather than begging. But I mean, and then the place looked bombed out where we were at.
Oh yeah. So. But eventually they'll come in and gentrify it, and it'll be beautiful again. Mm-hmm. And Charlie, says that Clinton started the gentrification by buying up all the real estate in New York by renting and selling only to whites. Gentrification makes school libraries more like bookstores. So they want, So they want the hood to look like shopping stores. And Sydney also is from New York, or in New York, and he talks about it all the time. Like, I wanted to go back to Harlem, and he says, don't waste your time because it's so gentrified, you won't really recognize a lot of the things that made Harlem.
Right, and think about this. Where did Clinton go to open his office?
He opened
Harlem.
his office in Harlem.
That right there is an indication of gentrification starting. When they're setting up shop there, because now the president's here. Oh, we got to open a Starbucks. We got to open this. We got to clean this up and make this. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going to have to move.
Right.
That's the signal.
And Dwight says, a hiker found alive. He said in an arid forest in Arkansas, been gone a week. These lost hikers are too much.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, why are you going to where destinations unknown?
Well, have you guys ever think about this? And me and a lot of my military friends, we used to laugh. You hear about these hikers in Pakistan.
Why are you doing?
Okay, look. That's not a hiker. That is a CIA agent. Okay. You're in the middle of you do not hike in the middle of a war, and people buy it. They're like, "Whoa, yeah, those hikers, they were caught up there in Pakistan. What are you doing in the middle of a war?" That's a CIA operative trying to get into Pakistan illegally to do what they're going to do.
And we have a lot of people come up missing in California too, to go into these forests and these mountains and stuff. And I read a story not too long ago where these people were camping, and a crazy dude came up to them, talking crazy, I'm going to kill you, all this other stuff. And then they paid him no mind, and he came up playing the guitar, talking about, I'm going to kill you and stuff. These people went to sleep in the tent.
Got
and
killed.
Then the dude started stabbing up the tent, and he killed, stabbed up a couple of them and killed one of them. I'm like...
Yeah.
So this man is telling you he crazy and y'all gonna die. Y'all just went to sleep in a tent. You didn't think to maybe at least get in the car?
Right. Now, how many of you guys on Black Media have heard about the deaths that are occurring in the Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic, I won't be going
and
there.
And a lot of these people are dying of heart attacks. Almost in almost every scenario,
something going on.
It's a heart attack.
Or they stop breathing, a respiratory.
Respiratory something, so...
Yeah, be careful. And Tay says, please visit California. Visit the black areas to keep those businesses open. And it's unfortunate. The black areas in LA California are getting smaller and smaller.
We don't exist. We don't exist.
I don't even the black area where I live is downtown, but that's fading out, if you will.
And if you're talking about, and if you can't visit a black area, please visit Tay's website company. You can go over there and do it that way. Shantae, Stella,
and Dot.
And Dot.
Yes.
So check that out.
And Cindy says, damn. Al says, I had a family member pass in 2013. I was told today that the daughter never did get her mom a plaque, and the other family members are irate because they can't visit the grave site because they don't know where she's at. Y'all thoughts and opinions? Well, I mean, some people just don't have the money for a marker. I think the most important part is that they had money for the grave or the funeral, because that's where, especially a lot of us in our community, get tripped up. Somebody dies and we don't have the means to bury them. We end up having, car washes and fish fries and all that other stuff. So, I mean, I just think those who are concerned in visiting the grave, they should all pitch in and buy a plaque.
Right. How many of you guys have heard of that young lady that was in the freezer in Chicago, Kanika Jenkins? She doesn't have a head marker.
Wow.
After all this time. They buried her.
But all the people hooping and hollering and nobody but I guess it's a sentimental thing. You should have a marker, but to me, the most important part is that they were able to put her away and not have to, to struggle to do that. And Tay says, we need to get back to black areas and revitalize those communities. We can't abandon our areas. Now, I agree 100% with you. We should not abandon our areas. Absolutely. And Cindy says, Asians on Skid Row.
You know it's bad when an Asian's on Skid Row.
Yes, I've actually seen a few Asian homeless people, which is, I hate to say it, it's mind-boggling. Like, huh? Okay.
It's
Let me really tighten up on my stuff, because if they homeless, not to liken my situation to theirs. And then Dwight says $2,000 a year is a good deal. Yeah, yes. I mean, come on now.
It can make a serious difference.
Hell yeah. $2,000 a year is $24,000 for a person. That's a job for some people. Some senior citizens are out there working a part-time job that's not paying them $24,000 a year. And that will make the difference between them working the door at Walmart and staying home with their grandchildren. Not that I would want to, as a grandparent, stay home with my grandkids, but, maybe they could go golfing or go on a trip or whatever. They wouldn't have to be busting a hustle at Walmart. And don't ever think that most old people that you see at Walmart working the door is because they want to be a people greeter. No, it's because they got to be.
Got to be.
And Charlie says the only way to stop this gentrification and homelessness is to raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour all over America. Yeah, well, they said they're going to get to that, in 2024 or something like that.
If you guys are paying attention and you want to hold us accountable, sure, we'll get to it.
Yeah, because I read an article says that anybody, to say McDonald's, working at McDonald's should, at today's rate, be making $33 an hour if it was to keep up with their rise of inflation, through the years.
But I'm going to have to disagree with that, because every time I freaking go to McDonald's, my order is almost never right, and they never put napkins or the straw. And you want $15 an hour? Hell to the no.
That's because you shouldn't be eating there no damn.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. And you guys know what I'm talking about. And the burger, you ever look at the menu, and when they give you the burger, it never looks like it does on the menu?
That's why you make your own burgers at home with the bell peppers and everything.
Right, and the pink dough in the middle when grease gets
says, Chris Rock, black people can never keep a business up for long because, in words, grand opening means grand closing. Well, see, I guess to some degree that is true, but that has a lot to do with us and how we perceive other businesses. We talk about this all the time. When a black business does something wrong, we holler to the high heavens about how they didn't give us enough napkins or this, that, and the other.
We're going to close you down.
Well, let's say they did have bad customer service. We get on there on Facebook or whatever and tear the business down. But like I said, if Taco Bell jacks up your order, you never talk about Taco Bell. You take your ass right back to Taco Bell and they jack your order up again. But we only do it to our own businesses. It's almost like we walk into the establishment just waiting to find something so we can say, see, I told you. Oh, she rude.
Or just like in Jungle Fever when Queen Latifah played that waitress. Is there a problem, man?
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, there is.
Because he's with that white girl.
He's with that white girl.
And Cindy says, I pay $3,800 every 3 months for property tax. See?
Woo! Bro, golly.
What you living in? The Waldorf Astoria?
Yeah, you need to move to Arkansas or Texas and live like a king.
Okay. The wife says $3,800 every 3 months for property tax is really a lot of money.
That's a lot.
$12,000 a year. Golly. And Cindy says that was Giuliani who started that. And then the wife says, I am talking about a lost hiker in Arkansas forest. Well, I don't think I've heard about that one, but we got them. There's been quite a few lately. People coming up missing or lost or because they didn't venture off. So I'm not sure what happened with the one in Arkansas, but Unfortunate.
And unfortunately out here, you don't even have to be a hiker. Remember that girl, Mitrice Richardson?
Oh, yeah.
So they found her up, people are getting buried up there. You'll never find the Los Angeles forest. You know?
And Arson says, laugh out loud. Thank you about the tip about the CIA agents hiking in Pakistan.
No, seriously, think about that. People are like, oh my God, the hikers, they're up there in the Pakistani mountains. What are they doing in a war zone?
Right. Yeah, do tell.
Come on.
Right. And Charles says, not many of these lost hikers are black people. You know, you ain't lying. Okay, we are, for one thing, I hike, but it's a little mountain. Mm-hmm. It's one I'm going to be able to go up and I'm going to come down.
Right down the same day.
There's a path, all that. And they know, well, I want to go and see if Jason Voorhees is kicking it out here today and Michael Myers and then what they doing. You know, no.
And think about the resources that they have to spend to even get the helicopter up there, the pilot, the mechanics. A lot of money. And when it usually comes to a white person, you never hear about the reimbursement.
That's why I'm going to tell y'all something. If I ever go hiking and I come up missing, tell them I'm white. Tell them I'm white, because if you tell them, oh, she's a black woman, a little afro, they're going to be like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we can see what we can do. We'll see
I'll be out there fighting King Kong and shit. Please tell them I'm white, okay? And then Cindy says, Marcus is deleted and not Demetri K name. No, it is deleted. Oh, no, Marcus is actually putting that up for me, telling people who are not perhaps friends and they can't comment for whatever reason, he's telling them the topic and to click on the link and stuff. So that's what that is. And I thank you, too, Marcus, for everything that you do. And Dwight says, Dominican Republic is researching some awful cleaning products of pesticides that cause them harm. Carbon monoxide or Randon is just awful. They lying. Something going on up in there in the Dominican Republic that
a white woman getting her ass beat. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
Something's going on. I think it's anti-American. That's what I think.
I won't be going until they figure out what's going on. But Dominican Republic they have their whole history with Haiti and all that other stuff too.
And Haiti just rescinded Dominican Republic's citizenship.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
And Al says car wash and fish fry. Yeah, that's what people doing. They having car wash, fish fries, bake sales to try to bury mama. Yeah. And I have a thing that it was one of my theories when I was going to school. It was a question rather. How many car washes does it take to have a funeral?
Yeah.
How many?
Right.
Nobody. The answer is nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
You're going to be out there. Listen, if you don't have any insurance, don't die in the summertime, because I'm not going to have my ass out there washing no cars in 105-degree weather. I'm just not going to do it.
And it is a fact. A lot of establishments will not release that body until you pay that money.
And in L.A. County, at one point in time, the rate of bodies being left at the morgue was so bad that they were cremating. Oh, gosh, it was a high number. I can't think of the number is now. I want to say, don't give me the line. I won't tell you the number, but it was a high number of people being cremated because loved ones did not have the means to come get their bodies, their loved ones, because they won't let you back the station wagon up to the morgue and say, okay, we're going to take mama home. Right. You got to, there's things you got to do.
Yeah.
And so they were just cremating the bodies because I think they give you 30 days or something like that to claim the body. Otherwise, they got to cremate the body. And Arson says, yes, I heard of Baltimore too. Apparently, lots of areas are vacant. I don't know if it's true, but could we not buy a city or a neighborhood to have our own? Well, I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins today, and that whole thing is problematic too. But he made a good point in saying that last year, a lot of black people spent money to go see the Black Panther. They made, $700 billion?
700, almost $1 billion.
No, it was actually more than $1 billion. So it was billions of dollars that the Black Panther made. And he said, imagine if we spent that money, or just half of the money that we spent on the movie tickets to buy some businesses or properties or a town. We could have done that. And we did that in months. Well, in a month's time, we put all that money back into Disney. But we are still struggling, and so we have our priorities messed up.
Well, think about these millionaires, these Oprahs, these people that really have a lot of money. Oprah's supposedly worth $1 billion.
Almost $3.
Okay, almost $3 billion. But the people that have it, you don't have to be a bunch of it. I mean, why is it that the broke man is always picking up the tab?
Because we do not use our money wisely.
Right.
And I don't think it's necessarily fair to expect somebody like an Oprah. I mean, I think it's too much. Wait, let me finish. Too much is given as much as required. But I think, the onus should be on us down here, if you will. to do better with our money collectively. Right. I'm not saying individually, but collectively do better with our money.
Well, I'm just saying if we had somebody that like show us the way, that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to show the way.
Well, this is the thing, though. I push back on that simply because we have so many blueprints.
Yeah, true.
My brother says this all the time, that YouTube is the new school.
Yep.
Like, you wouldn't even need to go to college. I wish YouTube was up and popping before I went and got all those damn degrees. You can learn so much on YouTube over the last 2 days, because this is what I do for entertainment. I was looking at documentaries on like things from the 1950s and things about budgeting and spending habits from this
You be lying. I saw you watching the El DeBarge videos from Hughes Johnny.
I do that a couple of times. And Mary, I see you on here. I see you jocking my man El DeBarge. My favorite singer, El DeBarge. Anyway, don't get me started. You're going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But anyway, so the information is out there.
It's there.
We got so many blueprints. This is what I tell people, and I'm not even like a financial planner anymore or anything like that. Don't spend more than you make. How about that for a financial plan?
Can't do it.
If you making $10, don't spend $11.
Can't do it. I got to highball from my friends and stuff.
Spend half of that. I mean, it's that simple. Really.
Yep. Absolutely.
If we have black businesses, go spend money with them. Like, I see Negroes still on Facebook. They're talking about now that the stuff is over with Gucci. I'm back to wearing Gucci now. I'm like, so Cindy says there's another lady in New York City, a Dominican born in New York, who says she was drinking a ginger ale in a different resort in the Dominican Republic. It was bleached. Oh God!
Damn.
Hutch, what's happening?
What's going on, big brother?
Things. Oh Lord, let's see. So 2 things. One, hold up. I happen to like hiking. Don't knock it. I hike
No. Hiking's great. But don't be hiking in Pakistan and the war zone areas.
I hike too. It says, 2, I love to move back into the hood, quote unquote, but damn, the prices of the houses there keep me away.
Yes,
my
$1 million.
home here is $200,000. My cousin just sold her house in South Central for $520,000. Hell no.
These people do not realize. Yeah, I'm in the hood, but they don't realize they're sitting on gold mines. And they just want to... they'll sell the $500,000 house to move to this cheap house that's going to fall apart. Those houses were made to last.
And so, collectively, black people don't have that kind of money.
You're right.
So black people aren't moving back into those houses more than likely. It's other people with the means to do so.
Yep.
And the wife says, Sidney Russell, I hear about the woman drinking. He said he heard about the woman drinking bleach. Something is not right about Dominican Republic. Yeah, why go and chance it, right? And Charles said, speaking of Walmart, I did see y'all. Did y'all see Bernie Sanders holding the Walton family feet to the fire, demanding $17 an hour and an employee labor union? I'm feeling the burn 2020.
Yep.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
which is a continuation of what he did in 2016, which is great. Because he was invited to go to the labor union type thing, but again, no reparations. No
Walmart
vote.
is only existing because it's not just the Republicans. It's everybody's helping Walmart do what they do. Also, Walmart is the biggest recipient of welfare, if you guys know that or not, because a lot of their employees, a good amount of them, can't afford to just survive off of what they're being paid. So a lot of them have second jobs, and a lot of them are getting subsidies from the government, like food stamps, housing, some cash aid, whatever the case may be. And so, that's good. And then Arson says, Demetra goes, that's because you shouldn't be eating there in the first place.
Yes, you're right. I like the fries, though.
Ugh. Fries are good. If you guys are vegan, McDonald's fries are not vegan. They're made with beef flavoring.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah, good. Really? A1 sauce with that. And also, I like Walmart greeters, except for at Christmas time with them constantly ringing that damn bell. Are you talking about the Salvation Army?
Yeah, Salvation Army guys.
Yeah, they're trying to get that money. The wife says they found him. The hiker in Arkansas, Donovan, should not talk about CIA in the public media. Be careful.
Hey, I was in the CIA. I worked with the CIA. I was in Strategic Air Command.
Cindy says, my grand aunt told me not to go home, Barbados. The crime rate is high now. Damn.
Yeah, it's getting bad everywhere. If you think it's bad here.
That's Rihanna's home.
Barbados.
Home, Barbados. And Marcus is... put pin in the link. Poop spelling word poop. Wrong. Cindy says, I live in 3-bedroom house. I live in the poorest borough, but the richest county in the U.S.
Yep. Damn.
Can we rent a room from you?
No. Look, renting a room from him, you might as well buy a house.
Right? Yes, I'm renting a room for $2,000.
Yes.
Right. And Al says, ask DND, are you supposed to pray over leftover food? I don't, because I don't want to bug the Lord over no petty shit. Can't stand you.
He needs to start writing for. You know what? Really, Al needs to start writing for SNL because that shit is just not funny.
I haven't watched SNL since I think A Tribe Called Quest was on. That's the last time I watched it.
I haven't watched it since Eddie Murphy left.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I just stopped watching.
Your ass is old.
I am.
And then Dwight says, Demetri, well, black people hiked a lot in the 19th century until the civil rights movement. Those black people today are urban, not on camping, hiking, and mountain climbing. Funerals range from, $3,000 plus. Shit, what funeral are you talking about? $3,000. What kind of funeral is that? The kind with the wooden box?
No, not even wooden. Cardboard.
A cardboard box.
Yikes.
From what I know, I used to sell insurance. I don't anymore. Funeral, on average, ranges. We used to say back then it was like $10,000 to $12,000.
Right now it's like $19,000.
Yeah, it's up there.
In California.
You'll be surprised. You guys just look. Not saying that you're going to die soon, or anybody knows going to die soon, but just humor yourself and look at all the things that's entailed in a funeral. And I'm not talking about like a state-of-the-art funeral.
Right.
Where, you got
the Aretha Franklin gold casket and...
or people dancing under your casket. Right. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just a regular funeral and see how much that costs you. Yeah. Not the golden casket for mama. I'm talking about just a regular casket.
And then getting her hair done with the stylist and everything.
Yeah. See how much that costs.
The Louis Vuitton dress and stuff, no. So.
Sydney says, Demetri, his comment says, delete A and not your name. Oh, okay. I don't see that. I'll have to see what it says. Let's see. Delete. Let me see more. Because I see here.
Here it is.
No, I see the link, but I don't see what you're saying. But I'll check it out. And Arson says, personally, I am a Haitian man, and I would never encourage people to go to the Dominican Republic if they don't have to. And let's not forget the way many Haitians have been treated over there. So now going to help the economy? Hell no. Absolutely. And that's what I've been reading, that there has been a lot of mistreatment of Haitian people by the Dominican Republic. So a lot of people just need to do their research. Like, why are you going over there in the first place?
Well, think about how the Haitians were treated here in the 90s when they were coming over and they were... Bill Clinton was sending them back when they were coming over here.
They couldn't even get off the damn boat.
Yeah,
they were like, shit.
We treat them just as bad. And wait, that was a Democratic president that was doing it.
They was like, they won't make it to land over here.
So... Right.
And then Al says, I encourage y'all to watch Mystic River. It's a good movie.
Oh, beautiful. Sean Penn.
Clint Eastwood, starring Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne, and
Sean Penn is in that one. Sean Penn and a lot of stars are in there.
I have to check it out. And Dwight says, who is going to show you the way? You already know the way. Money, reconstruction, and contracting. El DeBarge is great. Good for you.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought you were about to. You were reading the Jackson lyrics. Let me show you. Let me show you the way to go.
Yes. No. There's a lot of blueprints out there. Yeah. It's very easy. A lot of times we think things are hard. Like, oh my God, it's hard to save money. No, it's not. Don't spend more than you make. That's always been my motto. Don't, as I say, probably should find a better word. Trick it off.
Well, I mean, I live by that. I mean, you see me living by that all the time.
Right.
So.
Yeah, he's got a plate and a fork. If we wanted to eat over here, we'd have to wait for him to finish.
Wait. I went out of my way and made my patented Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I didn't have any of it.
Yeah,
but Deanna did.
Red.
I had to check on my child and make sure she's still breathing.
Yeah, she ain't come all the sugar.
Right. And Dwight says, "Who is going to show?" Oh, I read that already. And Arson says, applying to Al, I never liked the movie just because he didn't have the right guy and nothing happened to him. As a matter of fact, I still dislike the actor Sean Penn over this Laugh Out Loud. I have to check it out. And
it's a good movie.
Charlie says, we have to hold black Americans, rich and wealthy persons, accountable when they put their money in black banks. Then the black banks will invest in black businesses, schools, and the black hood.
Well, I'm glad you just brought the black banks up. Because a certain congresswoman was censored for her involvement in a banking scam that involved her husband.
Talking about Miss Waters?
Miss Waters. That goes to show you these people, I don't know if they just lose it. It's access to power and money. They just forget who they represent.
But to your point, though, about black banks, we should bank black. Although I think we should also realize, too, that black banks are still federally regulated.
Yes.
But yeah, why not have money in a black institution? Because you're more than likely to get a loan faster than with a white institution.
Right. But with the shenanigans Miss Waters and her husband caused, ended up closing, I believe, 3 or 4 black banks that was involved in those shenanigans. Right. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm all for it, but there's always that one that just fucks it up for everybody.
Right. And Charles says, bottom up black economics, but no, we will go see a damn movie or buy some Korean hair products. Yeah, in Baltimore, there are a lot of vacant row houses. John Hopkins buying a lot of the black neighborhoods around their hospital. Yeah, that's just the thing. Our priorities are jacked up. And, Black Panther, I'm sure it's going to come out with a new movie, and we're going to all be up in there in our dashikis and all that other stuff. But it's like, we should think about that. No, it will make me think twice before I do that, because that movie, collectively, we could be doing something. In fact, my family and I, in the very near future, because we're going to get together, my immediate family, we're going to have a family reunion, so everybody's coming out, and we are going to start. Me? I'm telling you now.
Oh, okay.
We're going to start a
crash
family
that place.
Bank account. To where we're going to put money in every week.
Don't invite me.
No, we'll definitely invite you, okay? Where we're going to start putting money in every week and every year with the hopes of buying something, whether it's property or something like that. And so that's what we're going to do on a smaller level, so we can affect
Demetria,
change.
I want to put in for the week, but I had something come up, and so I can't put in this week.
That's okay. You better double up next week. And don't make this a habit.
Gotcha.
Me and my sister are going to be the executor of the account, so we don't play.
All right. I guess me and Afro Thunder going on vacation.
Right. And let's see. Al says, after 1 month of commercials, TV One finally showed Bobby DeBarge movie with some singing along with him smoking and yelling. And I boycotted that movie. Not that I will watch. I'm not going to watch nobody in the DeBarge family wrong. Especially Bobby. Also, his sister Bunny DeBarge protested the movie, said they didn't even know that TV One was making the movie. It was a horrible depiction of her brothers, what she's saying. They made it all bad. Bobby had an unfortunate life. Anybody who's really interested in learning about Bobby DeBarge would know that he did go through an unfortunate event of series of events, abused by his father, different things like that. And so, for them to try to profit off of, to me, Bobby DeBarge is a legend, one of the greatest falsettos ever born. There you go. Okay, stop right there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So no, I will not be watching that. I think it's a horrible. We do that kind of stuff. We do them an injustice when we watch those hit pieces on our great legends who are no longer here.
Right.
And Dwight says, Demetri, you are right about Walmart. They want part-time workers. Yeah.
Everybody does now.
Right. But they can't. Nobody. You can't live in California and have a part-time job unless you're living at home with your mama and in the basement some damn where we don't have basements out here. But
those of us that have taken economics in college and even in high school, the job index is not based on part-time work. It is based on full-time employment. And somewhere, and I believe in the Reagan years, they skewed that and included part-time jobs.
It is counted as
and it shouldn't be. So, and that's basic economics. So knowing that, you take those part-time workers out like it's supposed to be, that's going to tell you your real production numbers.
Where the numbers are, right? And then Dwight says, be careful in any case. CIA is serious business and could follow up with you. I have heard of them watching folks over issues. You know better. Well, I would say this about Donovan. Donovan, if anybody is in the know about all that stuff, is him. This dude has been all around the world, has a very well decorated military background. I mean, this dude, if you see his bars, they don't even fit across his chest. I'm like, dude, like I'm kidding. So, Donovan is very well versed about that kind of stuff.
Yes.
If anybody, Liam Neeson shows up in these movies to save people, we have to call Donovan.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And if you're ever in trouble, look at what your president did. He's doing obstruction right in front of your face. So if you're ever dealing with the CIA or a public entity, the best way to protect yourself is to be in the public arena.
Right, in case I come up missing.
Right, because if you already identify your enemies and stuff like that. So if you come up missing, it's immediate.
Nobody else won't be able to do nothing about it. But
right, you're already dead.
You know who did it. And Charles says, that was funny, Al. Al is crazy. And Dwight says, funeral home, burial, and plaque are $10,000, but just a cremation, in the urn is economical. But even a cremation, I'll tell you this: like when we did the funeral arrangements for my mother. You know, I sold life insurance, not then, but I'm well versed about life insurance or how death works. But I was unaware that every time you move the body, it costs $350. Moved it from the house, it's $350. Moved it from the morgue to or the coroner to the morgue, that was $350. To the burial site, $350. And so that kind of stuff adds up. And it's like, well, can we just put her in the truck and then we take her and y'all meet us there?
Yeah. Could you let us?
Right. Just y'all could be on hand, but not to be funny, but
I recently went to a cremation of my favorite aunt, and I'm telling you, I'm a very, very stoic type person, but when you actually see that body go into the furnace, it is.
Oh no, I wouldn't be watching nothing like that.
Yeah, I was there to see that, and it was just like, I've seen it before in war.
I don't want to watch nothing like that.
But when it's a loved one, I mean, it's a totally different feeling. I mean, I almost broke. I mean, which is very unusual for me to break down.
I believe you shed a tear.
No, I didn't. Actually. No, but I had to catch myself because I was like, oh my god, because it was real. This ain't a movie. This was real.
Right.
So.
Al says, since y'all know every damn thing, I have a trivia question for both of you. Okay. Donovan, name all of Demetrius' nieces and nephews. Demetrius, name all of Popeye's nephews.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Yeah. Huey, Louie, Dewey, and Pip-Eye, Poop-Eye, and Popeye.
Is you serious?
Yeah, there was Pip-Eye.
Oh.
There wasn't Poop-Eye. There was Pip-Eye. I forget. But to name Demetrius' nephew, I can't do it.
Oh, okay, so I see what you guys are doing here. And Al says, do you know my baby mom cheated with the same woman her boyfriend cheated on her with? You know my baby mama cheated with the same woman her... You disclosing something? You like outing your baby mama out the closet? That was kind of written weird.
I saw a thing today where Al was showing his beautiful daughters off.
Oh, yeah.
And, a very, very proud father there. Just wait for it, brother.
Get a shotgun.
Yes, just wait for it.
Get a shotgun.
all that hair, all that nice hair you got, get ready.
Right. Get ready for your George Jefferson.
Yes.
Dwight says, have either of you seen the play Les Miserables?
Yes.
I know I jacked it up, but it sounds something like that. Black banks are great. Research and get involved with the federal regulated one. I saw it a long time ago. Yeah. I haven't seen the movie. I think, the play or something.
Yeah, they had a small rendition in Vegas a while back, and then it was on the off-Broadway here in L.A. 8-9 years ago.
I'm sure I saw it on TV somewhere. I don't know. And Cindy says, so far there is 2 high-ranking officers who has committed suicide at the Central Park 5 documentary, and 1 who died of cancer. 3 deaths, Well... The trash is taking itself out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, the comeuppance is the comeuppance. You can't do evil and expect nothing to happen to you.
Right, yeah, I mean, it weighs on you. Yeah. And the wife says, who is Bobby L. DeBarge, and who is the one that sings?
They all sang.
Are you serious?
Wait a minute, and stop. His nickname is L. His real name is Eldra DeBarge. Yes. Okay. Eldra, James, because James is the one that sings with DJ Quick. He's the one that married Janet Jackson.
No, El sings with DJ Quick.
Well, he sang with DJ Quick, but James did too.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Yes. Okay. So anyway, Bobby...
Demetra got kicked out of the family because she was throwing herself out there. She's like, take me now! You can do whatever you want!
Bobby is the older brother, and he was actually with the group Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Him and the brother.
I can't think of his name. Sorry. Forgive me. And then L is the younger set who sang with DeBarge. Mm-hmm. So Switch was around in the 70s, and DeBarge was around in the 80s.
And Switch was discovered by Jermaine Jackson.
Switch?
They were discovered by Jermaine Jackson.
Okay, I thought, I'm trying to think who DeBarge was discovered by, but anyway... So, that's the difference. Bobby DeBarge had the best falsetto ever in the world. Mm-hmm. They were trying to tell El that he needed to
be like his
brother. And they were like, who are we kidding? You'll never be you'll never have that type of voice that Bobby had because it was just one of a kind. Right. It was all natural.
And then, unfortunately, for the DeBarge family, I'm not speaking ill of your people, but unfortunately for them, they did go through, their parents were interracial, and it was a time the dad was an army guy.
The dad was a drunk.
Right, drunk, and, very abusive. And it really affected Bobby being the oldest. He got a brunt of, being one of the oldest ones of a lot of the abuse.
Yeah, he abused him. He did him the worst.
And it really affected the whole family with drug use and stuff like that, with Elle being one of the last ones to really get addicted to the drugs.
Yeah, because Elle was the one that was holding out, and which is partially why they, and DeBarge only has one video. They've only made one video, and Rhythm of the Night. That was it because they couldn't get along.
And how do I know that? It was in The Last Dragon.
Right, but Elle that's partially why they're not together, because the group broke up because everybody else was doing drugs.
Right.
And so he was one of the last to hold out and say, I'm not going to do it. And of course, we know what happened. We don't need to repeat those things.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. That's the past. And Sydney says the Apollo hook for Donovan on when you was trying to sing. Elle says, proud of your son, Donovan, for getting his degree at the graduation. He introduced Donovan to his friends. Donovan said, I'm the old block the chip came from.
I'm the old block. That's right.
Charles says, President Clinton in the 1990s was sending Haitians back to Haiti.
Yep.
But the Clintons Foundation went into Haiti and said they were investing in clean water for all Haitians, but the Haitians still have no clean water system. Yeah, they took them.
Yep.
That's what they did. They duped them.
Yep. If you say Clinton and Haitian, they might chop your head off.
Right. We won't be doing that. And Dwight says, who is the one that sings the hit with Barry White? That's Elle.
That's Eldra.
Secret in the Garden, Secret Garden. Yes. That's Elle DeBarge.
And I don't know if Dimitri would know this better than anybody else. Bobby ended up joining the DeBarge later on with Chico.
Yeah, they have
toward the end.
Yeah, I actually like that album. It was pretty good. You're a Big Boy.
Yeah, yeah. And there was four brothers. It was the four brothers.
That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, they tried to come back, but I like it.
We know.
So, and then Brandy says, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And Charles says, damn shame the way they treated those light-skinned DeBarges.
well, the thing is, I think there's an unsung documentary, and even, the DeBarges even admitted that they were kind of out of control with the drugs. I mean, in the industry, they were known as
Bobby is the one that got hooked on the drugs, I guess, first, if you will. He also did a couple of stints in prison due to drugs, trafficking drugs. And then Chico went. So it's kind of this thing that he never escaped. Yes, Chico also went. They went together.
They went together. Right?
And then unfortunately Bobby DeBarge died.
Yeah, he contracted HIV
or AIDS.
And, most likely from his drug use.
Yeah, because they said they don't know if he contracted it. They think that he contracted it in prison.
Yeah.
But they don't know whether it was through homosexuality or
but he wasn't
because he wasn't homosexual. But, they don't know.
Yeah.
But people like to try to say that, right. But it was probably through
dirty
drug
needles.
use.
Yeah.
In
the prison.
Yeah.
Sharing needles.
So, but anyway,
great singer. Great singer.
And then Cindy says, I have seen the Barge perform. I'm gonna tell you something. I went to see him one time and he was under the weather. He couldn't commit. He couldn't perform his singing duties. He was not feeling well. Okay, we're going to leave it at that.
Wait. And check this out. There is an actual video, if you go on YouTube, where Demetra had her afro just like this in the early 80s and had her... How many of you guys remember the Right On magazine?
Right.
And that's the one that had the DeBarges on it and they were signing like autographs?
Right.
Dee was in the front like this. Ah!
That is a bucket list item for me. That's a bucket list item to see... Elle DeBarge. I probably won't be coherent.
Okay, I'm gonna call up my good friend David Blake. You know who that is?
No, but if he got
David Blake is known as DJ Quick.
Okay, can you hook that up?
I'll hook that up for you.
I just want to hear him sing live.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. You might have to do a few. No,
I will not. And let's see. And Dwight says, "Who is this? Who is this?" Right. And then Cindy says, "So did Chico." Yes. And Al says, "Ladies, buy a sex doll because you've been screwing dummies for a long time." Damn.
I like that.
Are you speaking of yourself too? I'm just playing.
But I don't know about Dee being a DeBarge connoisseur. They, to me, all the boys sound alike.
Yes.
I mean, you can there's some distinctive differences, but they all have a high...
I know Elle's voice. Right. From okay. So Dwight says, you are confusing us. How many guys are DeBarge? Who died? Who was Elle? Okay, so...
Okay.
DeBarge is a group by itself. So it's Elle, Bunny, James,
the one with the mustache.
It's two other guys. Yeah. Forgive me. I should know, but I don't. And Switch... is the older set of the Barges. So Bobby,
just the two,
right? I'm just trying to make the difference.
Yeah.
So Bobby was in Switch.
Bobby was in Switch, and then the other brother that was in Switch, he ended up going to DeBarge itself.
Right. So they kind of interchanged
because Bobby, being fueled by drugs, he got souped up, and they wanted him to go to solo, and he was like, "I'm going solo. I'm doing what I got to do."
Right.
And it didn't work out, and
now Chico is the youngest brother, and his album was fire.
Yeah, he had like 2 albums.
I've actually seen Chico before in a play and all of that. His album was fire, so he's the youngest brother.
Yeah, but they were kind of equivalent to like the Jacksons. I think there was 9 of them.
Yeah, they called them, not me, the Hood Jacksons.
Yeah, the Hood Jacksons.
Because they said they would scrap in a minute.
Right.
Let's see. And so Marcus says, I believe that the black youth has given up on the adult black community. Or some people will say it's actually the other way around.
Yeah.
That the adult blacks have given up on the youth. Mm-hmm. Right? And so let's say, Al says, stop laughing at my twin brother L. We will not be laughing.
Yes.
Okay?
Now it makes sense, Al. It makes sense. I mean, she just gets upset. You talk about Al or L?
That's right. Hey, Romel, he says, I want to see him too. It's a funny story that now that Romel is on here and DeBarge. Mm-hmm. I remember this, and I shared this with Romel before. Mm. Right around the time where I met Romel, I've known Romel since I was 12.
Right.
That's when Time Will Reveal came out, and we were on our way. I don't know, we were going somewhere, some outing or something in the van, and the song was playing, and I remember Romel being there.
Right.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. That was a hit song during the dances, boy. We used to get our little close up.
And they come with the rulers and
they tried to. They tried to.
And Marcus says, I think they love the adults in their lives, but they still don't. They still see the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Well, you should be more influential over your child than anybody else. Now, they also say it takes a village to raise a child, so it's all of our responsibility. Mm-hmm. To make sure that the children have something to look up to.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, especially if you have the internet, you see a lot of women twerking and men doing deplorable things. I saw Tamika Mallory, who is one of the black leaders of the Women's March. She put up a long post saying that she was in some restaurant yesterday, and a brother, I guess you call him that loosely, disrespected her and was calling her all kind of names over a chair. And so she said she was upset because there was other black men there.
And didn't do nothing.
They said, he just tripping, never mind him. But she was like, really? Y'all watch this man talk to me and say all kind of stuff to me, but y'all gonna say he just tripping, you got to ignore him? Like, what happened? So it's like, we got to start being one to be looked up to. Like, imagine if there's some kids who saw that.
Yeah, I coach community basketball out here in Moreno Valley, and one of the first things I do when the first day of coaching is I ask the kids what's their favorite player and who's their favorite role model or whatever. And a lot of kids say, I like Michael Jordan, or I like this person. There's this one little girl, she's a Filipino girl, and I saw her play previously, and I drafted her, and I just see something in her, and she said, my dad. I was so impressed.
That's how it's supposed to be. Your parents are supposed to be your role model who, you look up to. It's supposed to be. And Marcus says, shit is hopeless right now. We don't even get mad anymore. You're right. We don't get mad. It's just like,
Yep. Next.
Another
Next
day.
crisis.
And let's see what else. And Dwight says, oh my God, I never knew any of that. El DeBarge is the most successful. Thank you. Yeah, I would say that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, El can be anywhere.
His solo thing was a lot better than all the other
even
ones.
to this day, like women have heart attacks, even just at the thought.
Well, you got to give it to him. He's a very attractive looking man.
Absolutely. And he can sing.
Yeah, he could sing. And if you could sing and drop them draws on them girls, if you got it, you could be an ugly dude and sing, and you're going to get some chicks. I mean, come on.
Yes.
So.
And for those of you guys on the podcast, we're about to get out of here, so thank you so much for being here. Please join us next week.
Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Some good stuff going.
And so Romel says, loving the shirt, power to the people. Thank you. I thought I would just drag it out, And then Arson says, speaking of music, guys, have you guys heard there's a documentary on Netflix called The Black Godfather? Yes, I put it in my watch list. I'm going to watch that when I get home. After a mentor named Clarence Avant, supposedly a great mentor to many whose contributions to the music industry was never brought to light, has apparently a behind-the-scenes player. Oh, and by the way, guys, the name of the country is Haiti.
Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Clarence Avant, what was his label?
Hell if I know.
Taboo.
I'm going to watch it.
What was one of the, name me 3 acts that are off Taboo that you should know off the top of your head? SOS Band, Alexander O'Neal, and Cherrelle.
Okay, like you dug all off in the crates, okay? But yes, I'm watching that when I get home. I saw that yesterday. Another good series, speaking of music, is called Remastered on Netflix, where they talk about the 2 killings of Sam Cooke, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, where the black South African Solomon Linder, he was the guy who made the song A Weemba Way, but it wasn't a Weemba Way, it was a Oomba Bay, but the white people couldn't say it, and they plagiarized the song and made